Well, hello and welcome back to Buckland Farm. So, as you can see from the bank account, we've got minus £1,153. Silage is only halfway there, 53% fermented. So, we're going to have to do something a little different. We're going to have to sell some milk. We've got nearly 3,000 litres of milk to sell. So, that'll be good. May even sell a trailer load of fertilizer, but what we do need is to get ourselves a front mower. And I was having a look. Where are we? Here we are. So I want a Pottinger front mower. Oh no, I can't get a Pottinger. Oh yes, I can get a Pottinger front mower, but it's quite a big one. Do I want such a big one? Probably. I don't know. 13,500. Also quite a lot of money. We could go for something like this. Not as wide. That's 12,000 though, so it's probably worth spending the extra money. I don't even know if it's worth just renting it to start with, to be perfectly honest. There isn't a lot of other options. Well, we could get this coon mower. 9,500. It just wouldn't match my rear mower, but that's not necessarily a problem. Anyway, first thing we need to do is make the money to be able to do that. And then we can get some more fields cut and baled and wrapped. Where am I? Ah, yes, of course. My tractor is currently being repaired. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to take the Massey Ferguson to sell the milk. Just drop the windrower off it. There we go. So let's go and hook up to the milk tanker. It's a little bit slower than the John Deere, but that's not a problem. There we go. Jump out and get that pressed the wrong button. Get that connected. Don't think there's any cables to connect. And start pumping the milk in. There we go. 81% of a trailer. That's not too bad at all. Now this should happily take us back into the black. Where are we going with it? Buckland Inn. Well, we know where that is. So we shall make a move and get over to the Buckland Inn. Then when we come back, we'll have a look at how much we've got in the way of wool and greenhouse pallets. Looks like we've got quite a few greenhouse pallets, actually. It might be worth trying to sell those. Brilliant. And then we'll have a look and see how much we've got towards that front mower that we want. And I hope it's not going to be a case of having to rent it. Really do. Although I fear it might. Right, here we are at the Buckland Inn, and unfortunately my head tracker has just run out of battery. And I can't even move the mouse to turn because the head tracker locks the mouse view. Anyway, right, let's see how much money we get out of this. 666 into the black, so that is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Just gonna have to head out. I will charge it quickly and then we'll continue. And for the next part of the video, we'll be going back and loading up what we've got in the way of wool and greenhouse pallets. But that's got us back into the black at least. 688. I wonder if it's... I think it would be better to take out a loan and buy the front mower than renting the front mower, because renting money is pretty much money lost. So I think that's probably what we should do. The mower is something we are going to use a lot in the future. But anyway, right, I'll get this trailer loaded up then, get my head tracker on charge, and then we will continue. Let's have a quick look in here then, see how much we've got. Okay, not too bad. Nearly a pallet full. 805 litres. Well, that's not bad at all. And as for the price at the minute, it's on the way down. It's pretty bad. But we can get about £800 for that, so I want to do that as best I can. The smallest loan we can take out, the better. What loans have we got at the minute anyway? So I've got 2 loans. One 6,000, one. I want to get that 20,001 paid off very soon if I can. Because that's costing us most money per month. So what we need to do is to get into the telehandler. We'll get the pallet forks put on it. And then we'll load up with wool and our greenhouse produce.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember.
There we go. Everything loaded up. Brilliant. So I need to find out the best place to take these bits. The wool is, well, either of those two. Buckland Grain's actually better, but Buckland Inn is not far behind. And then we've got lettuce, which is best at Buckland Grain. Tomatoes, best at Buckland Grain. And strawberries, well, they're best at Buckland Inn. However, that's going down and Buckland Grain is going up. So I think we're going to head to Buckland Grain with everything. Fantastic. Right then, I'll see you over there. Right then, here we are. Let's get into the sell point and find out how much money we make off of this. There we go. Things have started to sell. Undo the straps while they're selling. Obviously, we've got nowhere near enough to be able to get the mower that we want. But we have a little bit of a start. So I think it would be worth now just having a look at getting a loan. 4 months left on this loan. I want to pay that off. Because I really don't want to take another loan. The silage bales, the first field of silage bales will be done by the time we get around to getting the harvest in. I don't think it's worth paying off the last 4 months of that, to be perfectly honest. We'll just let it go, but then we'll have the money from the silage to continue paying this and to get ourselves a harvester of some sort. An older one, a smaller one, but a harvester nonetheless. So in terms of the front mower then, I like this one. I think this one's a nice one, and it will match the one I've got. 2.4 meter working width. Although this one, 3.1 meter working width, it's bit more advanced than the mower I've got, I believe. Which mower have I got? That one. So that's a Eurocat 272, 2.7 meter width, and that's a 3.1 meter width Novacat 301. I suppose that then leaves me able to upgrade the rear mower in the future. Maybe to something like this. Potentially. I think that has even got windrowing abilities, I'm not sure. But that's future. What's the power requirement for that? 70 horsepower, and this one's 40. You know what? I'm going to have to get this one for now because I really don't know. So, £12,000. Let's get ourselves a loan of 12,000. That's 120,000, not that. And we'll go for, I mean, this one, we could take it over 5 years. It is going to be a long-term thing, and we need to keep the monthly payments low. I can pay it off early, I'll pay it off early, but the monthly payments need to be kept low. Okay, let's get that mower bought. And we can pick it up on the front of this. I know it doesn't look like it's got a 3-point linkage, but it has. We've just got to piece it together. And then we can get back and do some mowing in a much quicker time. Pick that up off the floor. And we're good to go. Right, this is only to get the mower back. I'm going to use it on the John Deere when we are back. And by the time I get back, my head tracker will have charged enough for the rest of this episode. So, I'll see you back over at the farm. Okay, we're going to drop the trailer off in this field because that's where we're going to need it next to collect up all the bales. And now I need to check on the John Deere and sort my head tracker out. Okay, so hopefully that's all sorted. Let's have a look and see if this has been fixed. Maintenance now complete. Total number of damages is 0 and the maintenance bar has gone up to full, which is fantastic. Although I'm going to refill it with grease if I can. Oh, hello. Why is my steering wheel stopped working? Oh, I've had this problem before. I possibly need to reset the tractor. Yes, I think it's an issue with this maintenance mod, sorry. That when it finishes maintenance, you haven't got any control over the tractor until you reset it. You could start the engine and everything, but that's it. So we will have to, unfortunately, break realism for a little bit and reset it. Right. Here we are. Yep. And now I've got steering and everything back. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is just pop myself back over here. We'll grease it up now because we don't want it to wear out. Oh, come on, grease. Why are we not working? Has the engine got to be off? Nope. I have no idea. Right, well, let's just go and mow then, shall we? So I'll need to go and pick up my rear mower. I have to take the front mower off the Massey Ferguson. Tell you what. Let's get that lowered there. Get it taken off. We will take this and move it out of the way. And then we'll come over in the John Deere. In fact, this could just stay here for now. Not hurting anyone there. We'll get the John Deere hooked up with all the mowers. For some reason I can't connect the hoses, but this should still work fine. And then we'll get the rear mower connected. Thought it was loud. Door's open. Of course it is. Couldn't get in and out otherwise, could I? Alright then, so. I see our mower has shifted round slightly on its own. But that should be okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Right, hoses, and there we go. We'll get that lifted up and folded up. Get this door shut now. We're going to head over to the little field to start with and just have a test of our new equipment there. I have to head up this track all the way to the end. We get cutting, then we can row, and then bale and wrap. I'm not sure we'll get it all done this go, because what we'll do is we'll cut this field, then we'll cut the other field. Right then. Get them all unfolded. Get them all fired up and then lowered. There we go. Superb. This is the first time we've cut this field, so I've no idea what to expect in terms of yield, but it's looking good. Looking very good so far. Should be getting a number of bales out of this, and then these will go towards our winter stock for either selling for cash or feeding to the cows, but we've still got plenty of silage in the pit, and the cows are not going to eat any through the summer, so we should be absolutely fine with that. Okay, we'll get on with mowing this field and the other field, and then we'll catch up before we row it all up.
All things must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time?
Well, I'm very, very happy with how that's gone. I think these mowers are brilliant. They really are. Well, that's the little field done anyway. We're going to go off around the roads. Now that we're all folded up, we're going to go off around the roads and we're going to get the other field cut as well. Which will be quite fantastic. We can get them all cut, rowed and baled today at least. That would be brilliant. Then we could get them wrapped first thing next time. And take the wrapper back. We get a little bit of money back from the wrapper, the deposit that we put down. So it is leased, but we get the initial deposit back, which is good. Makes long-term leasing a little bit more bearable if we do have to do anything like that. But I do prefer to purchase things, even if it's going to take years to pay off. But I don't think it will, because I think we'll start to make money when we start selling the silage. And all this silage, all this as well is going to be bales of silage. And yeah, I think that's going to go pretty well. We'll start to make a bit of money off of that. Now, unfortunately, yes, this is the only field that we don't access from our farm. I have considered maybe taking out some of the fence between field 25 and 24. Maybe putting a gate in if I can. However, we'd still have to drive then through a growing crop to get to the field, which is not ideal. And it's not exactly a long way around the roads. It's just on the edge of town. I drive further to sell things, so I am fairly happy just to drive around the outside. It's not exactly far, but it's a nice big field actually. Not as big as the first one that we've cut, and we're waiting for the bales to ferment. But oh, that's the wrong way. Oof, I messed that up, didn't I? Dearie me. Just after the first house here. Here we go. This is how we get to our field. Just goes to show I haven't really been here much. So it's not this bit on the right here, it is just the bit in through this gateway here. But I say just that, it's still pretty big field. Let's have a quick look at it. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I don't know how well fertilized it is or anything. I've never sprayed it or spread anything. Maybe we could get some slurry spread on it at some point soon after this cut. But at the minute, oh, that's a good looking motor. Look at that. I think we'll do our screenshot. There we go. Superb. Screenshot done. And we can start to get this field cut as well. Do a couple of headlands to start with. We get everything unfolded. And fired up. And we can make a start. Hopefully it'll give us quite a good yield. It looks like it is. Fantastic. Right then, I'll get on with this. And then we'll move on to the rowing.
You told me to lighten up, but it's not easy breaking habits. I've got a ton of bad days lined up, and I ain't gonna chase no rabbits. You said it's not as bad as all that. Just need to take a deep breath and relax. We've got plenty of time tonight. Oh, everything's gonna be. So I dance through the long dark
Well, it feels to me like that field might be a lot bigger than it first looks. Let's have a quick look on the map. See, actually, it is bigger than 29, and now it's changed to grass on the map as well, because before it was registering as an arable field, but now it's registering as grass. But it is actually quite big. I didn't think it was as big as 29, but 29 is a little bit narrower, but also a bit longer. So it's, you know, it's getting on for that size, which is fantastic because it means we'll have more bales. We're desperately in need of some new kit, so the more bales we have, the better. Right. Yeah, I'm really liking this mower setup now. Makes things a lot quicker. I would never even have attempted that with just the single rear mower. That would have been far too big. But look, it's only coming up to midday now. Got loads of time, which is fantastic. But also, I don't want the episode getting too long. But what I could do is finish the episode after we've rode up, and then continue on June afterwards in the next episode. I think that would be alright. Anyway, we need to get these mowers back to the farm, and I need to hook up the windrower to the Massey Ferguson, and we'll get both fields rowed up. Now I think after we've done that, might be a good point to end the episode. We've still got £2,500 in the bank. That'll go almost instantly overnight into July, but obviously that's not the end of this episode. That'll be the one after. But then hopefully we'll be able to sell some bales off that first field that we've cut, and if they've fermented enough, we're looking to sell them to a BGA or similar. And if we can get that done, we can get them sold, then we'll be able to afford the sprayer, the herbicide that we need to get those the arable fields to yield as much as they possibly can. That's going to be the key there. A little bit of expenditure now means a lot more income later. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Right, I'm going to get this parked up. I'm not going to bother taking the mowers and things off it for now. We're just going to, in fact, we'll just park it up here next to the Massey Ferguson. And we can sort out the baler next time. But for now, press the wrong button. There we go. We'll get the windrower hooked up. Getting quite low on. Actually, it's got 50% grease. It should be all right. Get the windrower hooked up. We'll get both fields windrowed, and then we'll catch up just before we finish. You know what I haven't checked recently, and that's the water in the greenhouse. I do think of random things at times, but it all needs to be done. All these jobs. Right. There we go. Alright, well, I think we might just chuck some grease in both of these things, because I think the windrower probably needs some as well. Although, I seem to remember trying to do that last time and not being able to. And I'm not really sure why. Let's see if we can this time. Oh. That was a big mistake. Luckily, it doesn't appear that it's damaged anything. Nope. Cannot top up with grease. What about... Still not. Okay. Well, that's not going to work then, is it? Okay. If I have problems again, I'll have to reduce the... Oh dear, what have I done? Oh, I've run over the grease. Well, that's certainly not going to help. Oh dear. That's not going to help at all. One last attempt. No, not refilling the grease. Okay. Well, the cones don't matter so much, but I should really not run over the grease like that. Right. Let's get these fields rowed up.
Put all your stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt, though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
Well, there we are. Everything rowed up. This field is quite big. It's great. You get loads of bales off it. I'm very much looking forward to baling this up and getting them wrapped. But, yeah, I'll leave the gate open because we'll be back with the baler at the start of next episode. As you can see, the grease has gone down to 0 kilograms and 10%. And I bet you it still won't let me fill it. I'm not really sure why it won't let me fill it, but it won't. I can remove the grease mod quite easily. I believe I'll have to remove the grease levels from all the vehicles, which is slightly unfortunate, because that's a lot of XML file editing, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Right, well, I'm going to put this equipment away and get the baler ready, but I'm going to finish the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.